It's good afternoon, Ashley Klugan Blunt. Thank you for joining us here at Yellow Shelf.
Thank you so much for having me, Joanna.
Super excited. Your new book is out this week.
This week? Yes,
Cold
absolutely.
Truth.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Ashley, you are you're a multi-successful author. You also co-host a podcast. So tell us, what do we need to know about this new book?
Well, Cold Truth is a thriller. So, for all the crime lovers, for all the thriller readers, this is a book that I wrote for you. It is set in Winnipeg, Canada during a minus 30-degree winter. So, it's a chiller, technically. And it's about a Winnipeg City tour guide named Harlow, whose father abruptly goes missing. And she knows it's foul play. She contacts the police, but they're just not prioritizing his case. So she drags her sister into an investigation with her, even though they have kind of a difficult relationship, and tries to find him herself, unaware that someone has gone on the dark web to stop her from interfering permanently.
And Ashley, tell us about, you've written so many different books, can I add? Some of them include Dark Mood, How to Be Australian, and also My Name is Revenge. So you've got all these different type of books. Tell us about what inspired you to write this one, and tell us anything we need to know about you as an author and your career.
Oh, thank you. Well, this one, my first novel, Dark Mode, it was a psychological thriller with a dark web plot. So I'm really interested in contemporary crime thrillers that draw on how our digital technologies make us vulnerable. And so, I had one reader who read Cold Truth and she said, well, this book makes me want to burn my phone. And I was like, yes, that is the exact
That's
reaction. That's
yeah.
what I'm looking for. Because really, I just want people to be, more aware of their privacy and the risks that we take online every day. So I started writing nonfiction. I have a memoir called How to Be Australian, which is about moving from Canada to Australia and thinking that Australia was just going to be hot Canada, which turns out it's not.
Yeah.
Um, but I've always been a crime thriller lover, like a big crime reader. I loved Nancy Drew as a kid,
Yes.
the Hardy Boys. I was into John Grisham as a teenager in his heyday, right? So but I never tried to write crime fiction
Sure.
because I just thought, oh, you have to know so much about like police procedure and forensics and the law. I was I don't know where to start with that. I don't think I could do it. And then I've written a couple of books, and then I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome in 2017, and it completely shut my life down. Like I ended up spending multiple years almost entirely bedbound,
Wow.
and it was so distressing. Like there was a period when it was at its worst where I couldn't read. I was illiterate because I just didn't have the cognitive capacity to remember the words that formed a sentence. So it was awful, but one of the things I did when I was well enough was I listened to a lot of true crime podcasts, and I ended up listening to hundreds and hundreds of hours of true crime
Wow.
podcasts. So when I was well enough to start working on a new book, I thought, oh, maybe I actually do know about police procedure and forensics and the
Yeah.
law. Like, at least I'll have to give this a try. And that was the book, it got me my agent, it got me a two-book deal, it got me international publication. And Cold Truth is my follow-on from that. And I've just been loving connecting with crime readers. It's just been such a joy. I love attending book clubs so we can talk about
Yeah.
all the spoilers, because that
Yeah.
to me that's like where the really fun stuff comes in, right? You can't talk about it in these kind of
Yeah.
interviews.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I look, we're all the more better with these new book genres that you're introducing, Ashley. In fact, I noticed you're coming to my hometown next month. So
Oh,
I know you're doing a book tour and
yeah.
you're all over the place. That's really exciting. Can I just ask, there's an irony that you and I are talking today about Cold Truth because we're both based on the east coast of Australia and it is stifling hot, isn't it?
It's so hot. It's so crazy hot today.
Uh, so Ashley, tell us if we're curious about the book or we're curious about you. I will put this in the show notes to make it really easy for everyone to connect. But how do we connect with you?
Oh, well, my website, ashleycalagian.com, has everything you need on it. There's actually book club questions for both Dark Mode and Cold Truth. You can contact me through there. I'm also on Instagram. That's probably the best way to reach me if you're on Instagram. I use Facebook a little bit.
Yes.
So, but you can email me through my website. I would love to hear from you. I also teach a lot of writing courses, so all the info is on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, awesome. And look, I can vouch, I reached out to you on Instagram. So thank you for saying yes.
Well, yeah, thank you for inviting me. This has been a delight.
Ashley, all the best with this book over the next month. And look, you're in my hometown, so I will definitely try to get down to my local event that you'll be holding. So
Oh,
well done.
fantastic. Thank you, Joanna.
Cheers, Ashley.
Thank you.